Well, boys, it finally happened. I just dropped the Hati card after numerous hours of grinding the dogs. We're going to break it down because I'm going to let you know how much pain and suffering I went through because it's been awful. For the last 5 days in a row, I have done at least 2 hours of farming because I have been able to get the blessing or the grace of the angel. If you go to level 3, you can get 60 minutes of demonic beast battle stamina discount, so it makes it half stamina, which is very nice because you're not going to blow through your stamina pots as fast. I have used this every single day, twice a day, for the last 4 days. And then we did a stream on the very first day that we did a little bit of farming. And I think I farmed for roughly like an hour and a half. So not a full 2 hours or anything. And I did use one set of stamina reduction during that. I started with... I started with 17 of these twilight sources, and you're like, okay, you have 38, that's not too bad. But I also crafted a relic as well, so we had 17, and then obviously minus 15 of those. Hold on, wait, how do I need to calculate this exactly? I'm sorry, I might do the math and then cut this out because I'm terrible at math, but okay. So, if I did the math correctly, that means I did 39 runs of Skol and Hati this week, which is way more than anyone should really ever do. I'm really disappointed that it took this long, but hey, you know, I know whenever the bird card came out, the deer card came out, people were really complaining that, you know, they couldn't get the RNG they needed. I'm only at 3 stacks of these cubes, but just know I have sold so many cubes this week. And speaking of which, because they don't even add that many relics nowadays, and especially with Nidhogg being out and them kind of moving into Nidhogg, I don't see them adding too many to begin with. Plus, I have enough for 2 and a little bit more relics, which I think you only need. How many is it for the relic materials on the dog? Out of curiosity, you need 30 of these. Okay, so I have 135. I really wanted to just sell that stack of 99, but I better not. It would be nice, I guess, to just sit on enough materials to have 2 relics just in case. I think it might hurt to see this, but I'm going to delete these out of my inventory. Just sell them because it just takes up extra inventory. I try to keep my inventory as consolidated as possible, but I already have way more of these than I need as well. So I'm 1 relic away from finishing all of the dog's relics at this point. This is why I've been so upset with having to run this so much, is because I don't even need to run dogs at this point. I've had enough to make this relic for quite a while. Quite a few runs have just gone to waste, really. I guess in hindsight, the silver lining is if they ever do release more dog relics, I'll have enough whenever I'll have enough materials for whenever they come out, which is really nice. But these unknown essences, I feel like they should just drop in all of them. You know what I mean? Because the fact that I've only been able to get the demon essence and the human essence, I want to say, is really unfortunate, because I literally, I mean, I do still have bird relics to grind, so it's not that big of a deal. But say I needed, the gold cubes. I've had all of the deer relics done for quite a while now, because there's really not too many. There's 17 of them compared to the 33 that are here, and then the 12 that are here. So if I need those gold cubes, which I kind of want some, so that way I can use them in the king exchange thing during the festival events and stuff, but unfortunately, I don't have any real reason to farm the deer other than just to do it for the cubes, which is stupid to me. I don't know. Maybe I should just to go ahead and exchange them, but at this point, I'll just have to farm the bird. I've already made it my my priority for the week, so that way I'll actually get extra materials so I can hopefully finish up some of the relics, and to get those unknown cubes so I can finish up the dog relics as well. But I have to say, after farming it 39 times, I I had someone in chat, I cannot remember who it was specifically, so apologies to them if they end up seeing this, but this has got to be the most consistent team I have ever used for the dogs. It is a miracle. Like, I'll go ahead and finish this round out since I'm already on floor 3, but this team is super consistent. And originally I was running basically the same team, except for I was using Brunhild instead of King, because I wanted to make sure that I could heal, just in case anything happened. I could use, Brunhild's ultimate at the very end of the round, so that way I could heal everybody up to full going into the next floor, so that way everything went as smoothly as it possibly could. Because if you don't know, which my Escanor and my King were missing a little bit of HP here, so it's very possible that they get targeted by Skol here, which is very unfortunate for me, but they're a little bit well, King's not super tanky, but as long as they're not going for Thonar, it's normally pretty manageable. But normally, see, he's going for Escanor, which is unfortunate for me. Well, actually, he's probably the best candidate for getting hit, and I keep saying the word unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. I'm very bad to do that sometimes. But normally he'll go for Freyr, because Freyr is on the far left here. But the reason for, if you have any characters who are missing HP basically at all, they're going to get targeted instead. So you want to make sure that at the very minimum you have Thonar taking 0 damage. Like, you want her to be as full on HP as you possibly can be by the end of the last phase of whatever floor is before the one you're on, just so that way she doesn't get targeted, because she's really weak and her relic is insanely important to have. Not that, I mean, obviously, ideally, if you lose any character before the very last floor, more than likely you're dead either way. Like, you basically ruined your run at that point. But this team is super consistent because King puts up shields, which is going to take a lot of the, damage from the first hit. If not, if it's a decent shield, it'll take like more than one hit. So you don't necessarily have to worry about healing. You just have to worry about building up your Thonar relic, so that way you can actually lifesteal back the HP instead. So we've got a really good situation here. I want to go ahead and use the finger first, and then just in case it doesn't kill, we'll do that. I'll throw this away. So you just want to make sure you get your Thonar cards out as much as possible, so that way you build up your relic, you give HP-related stats. That way everyone can lifesteal a really good amount of health. Ooh, this is doing less than I figured it would. Oh well, that's fine. Oh, I should have King shielded, that's why. But either way, the King shield is super nice as well, because it's going to help you do more damage, which makes your damage caps more consistent. Escanor is normally going to hit damage cap if he has it on, which is really, really nice. Plus, the biggest thing that was annoying me super bad was going into phase 2 in a lot of these situations. There is an infect that the dog can put on, and if you get hit with a 2-turn infect and you go into the last phase with no like healing, like you can't lifesteal or anything, it is absolute torture. So just being able to get through this, cleanse the debuffs off and everything, it's a godsend. It is so good. I cannot understate that. I'm going to keep that card, so we'll just pass this turn, because that way we're going to cleanse off all of the attack-related stat lowers that we had on us there. It's super easy to get ultimates because of the way Thonar works with gaining more ultimate move gauge. Unfortunately, King here is sealed, so he can't gain ultimate move gauge, which, I mean, you run into issues, of course. The dogs aren't like a cakewalk by any means, but man, I think there's only been like 1 or 2 times where I've actually screwed the run up so bad where I couldn't recover from it. But even then, in most scenarios, I was able to just quit out of the game, log back in, start the turn over again, if you know what I mean, and then go on about my day and finish it like normal. And it's been so good. The Brunhild was really nice, and I liked the healing that she brought to the table, but the cleanse is chef's kiss. Absolutely top tier gameplay. I cannot stress that enough. So thank you so much to whoever suggested it. I originally wasn't even going to try it because I'm an old man, I guess, and I'm stuck in my ways of running the same team that I get used to over and over again, which not a great way to play this. Like, there's so many good combos that you can find. A lot of people want me to run Scotty. I think Scotty was going to be the same problem as Brunhild, but then again, I haven't really tried it enough to say for sure. She possibly could have been like the perfect unit for me to sort of get more, runs consistently out of. So I don't have an attack lower on anyone. Maybe it was on Escanor, but the freeze took it off. I'm not entirely sure there. But I think that... Let's go for... I think we can kill if we do this. And on top of that, we'll give everybody an ultimate. This is the final floor, so I don't really have to worry about healing as much. I just need to make sure that I can make it to the last phase and, kill both of the dogs. I don't have to worry about being full health whenever it ends or anything, so that's really nice. But, man, this team has been fantastic, because I don't know what it was. I did the first day of streaming. We played for an hour and a half. I didn't lose any runs as far as I remember during that live stream. And every day after that, it seemed like the team got more and more inconsistent, and it was infuriating. I was losing like half of my matches, or like half of my my runs. I would have to reset super often. It was so bad, man. I cannot stress enough how really consistent this team is. And I guess that's the main takeaway. Obviously, mileage may vary. It's not going to be the same for everybody. You have to have these characters pretty invested into. I have, just if you're curious, I do have attack crit on everybody except for, I think, Thonar. I think she's on attack defense, maybe. I'll look at her gear after this. I know that she has crit resistance rolls, I want to say. She might even be attack crit resistance, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if that set is a 2-piece set or a 3-piece set or whatever, so we're just going to throw all of this stuff out because we should be pretty much in the clear here. But man, it's been so nice being able to not lose runs and actually get a really efficient time out of the half stamina. And man, it took me absolute decades to get this card finally, but I now have it. I have basically everything that I need to take the Nidhogg boss seriously if I want to. Probably still not going to worry about it too much. Look at that. I haven't dropped a card in like the last 3 days, and then all of a sudden I got Skol and Hati's card today, so that's weird. This is the 6th Skol card, by the way, that I've dropped, so it's not like I'm very happy to see that, but the UR plate's kind of nice. Either way, I'm going to finish up the bird for the week, and then try to grab as many of those unknown essence as I can, so that way I can finish off my dog relics. Hopefully you guys are having a decent time farming it, because I know a lot of people are trying to farm it for the dog, or the dog cards, because they want to get the Nidhogg card set right now. Very frustrating. I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now if you're farming it consistently or not, but hopefully you guys have good luck. I wish you good luck, because it has been agony. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you in the next one.